All right. We're gonna go to the Silver 2 game, or Silver 2 League now of Terran. We're gonna do Silver 2 and of Terran and Zerg, and then that'll be the end of the night, guys. Because we've already been going for a long time. A long time. What's my delay? I don't have delay on right now. Like, watch. Someone say something in chat right now, and I'll read it. Uptime by Omarep. 8 hours. Doom Sniper says that. My PogChamp. Balance Whiner. My stream delay. I don't have any stream delay, but it might. There might be like a universal delay just built into Twitch for like 10 seconds or something. It's not too bad. When will this be on YouTube? I'll try and upload some of them tonight, but this shit takes a while to go through and get it done. It does take a while. So maybe in a couple days is what I'll say. But maybe later tonight. That maybe I start doing it tonight. It's good to stay on top of it so I don't let it get out of hand.
Move it. SCV ready.
All right, we got a Terran versus Terran. Just kidding, I love you. What'd you say? Talking shit? ViBE, you're a butt. You're a head. We would be good together. Butt head. Oh shit, it's TVT. It's my worst matchup. It's me too, man. It's my worst matchup as well.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Alright, so as soon as this barracks is done, we're going to scout him with an SCV. And we're going to see if he's in fact going for a Reaper or not.
Yes, sir. SCV ready.
Later on, our build's going to change to where we also go Reaper, but for now, we're not going Reaper.
What's
We're
going
not doing
on?
Reaper builds right now.
We hear you. Move it. You.
I'll probably start going for a Reaper in Diamond League.
Will do. Big job, huh? Uh-huh. Want a piece of me, boy?
Command center upgrade complete.
Go ahead.
Let's make a depot, and then we'll make a tech lab.
Bad news.
Okay, he walled off.
In the rear with the
So we got a
gear.
command center on the high ground behind his barracks. That's all good. We'll just go back home now. That's all we really needed to see. We're good to go. Nothing else is really that important at the moment. I just now I know, okay, he's playing a macro game. He's playing a safe macro game because he's going CC on the high ground. And if anyone ever scouts as well, here's a tip for you. If anyone ever scouts and doesn't actually know what they just saw, look at the size of the box on the minimap. You have large boxes, medium boxes, and small boxes. This is a large box. That is a command center box. That's the only box Terran has that's large.
This better be bad news.
The medium boxes for Terran are things like, or more like a gigantic box, okay? Terran have the sizes of like barracks, factory, starport. Those are all the same size. They have built things like a fusion core, an armory,
By the numbers, boy.
stuff like that. That's like the different size. And then they have like depots and turrets. That's a small size. Every race has things like this. The biggest box possible is always the main base. And for Terran, it's harder to tell because Terran can build their main in their like a Terran can build command centers wherever they want and float them around. So it's not always obvious, but it's a little tip to like easier understand where someone's shit is basically. Basically, helps you out. Helps you understand where things are or what they are. Anyways, back to this game, okay? We'll go back to the game. Talk about this game again. So, we know he went for a command center, which means he's playing a macro-based game so far. We're going to start our armory when we have about 4 tanks. No sooner than that. And we're also going to start our 2 extra factories when we have like 300 gas in the bank. We're going to make blind missile turrets because we're playing the odds of being safe about everything. And we're also going to make another command center because we're going to go for a third CC soon, and we can afford to do that right now. It's a macro build that never stops macroing. So making another command center is always good. We're actually supply blocked. My bad. Let's actually just throw down a supply on one of these things. Whatever. I don't really want to do that, but I messed it up a little bit, so we'll do it. Okay, let's make an armory now. And let's also, as soon as we get 200 gas in the bank again right now, we'll make 2 more factories for reactored Hellions. Which is right about now. And at 6 minutes, we're going to scan his base and get a better idea to what build he's going for.
Ready to roll out. SCV ready.
6 minutes. That's our target time here.
What's going on?
Let's also build a depot over here and a depot over here, just so we can see if it's a drop in the side. This base is huge, so now we know if there's going to be a drop in my base somewhere. Now we can start making Thors. And we're almost at 6 minutes, so get ready to scan soon. Because his build will kind of be, it's going to pretty much be chosen at this point, and in 6 minutes. So we're going to have a really good idea as to what's going to be expected. Let's go ahead and do it.
Command
We got
center
bio.
upgrade
It's a
complete.
bio. We're playing against bio, guys. Now let's go ahead and take our third base. Let's take our third base up here, actually. This way medevacs can't abuse me as hard, because they have to fly up and down now. They can't just bounce between a cliff.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
Now I'll start another Thor. And because we're going up against bio,
Mineral field depleted.
let's also get blue flame Hellions, because our Hellions will actually be useful again against like Marines and stuff like that. Like even more useful with blue flame.
SCV ready.
What's up, Perspective?
What's going on?
Okay, now we're going to transfer some SCVs to my third base. Good stuff.
Ready to raise some hell. Yeah. SCV ready.
Now let's go ahead and get a sensor tower from my top of my third base, and let's put another one on the base of my main. The bottom of my main.
SCV ready.
And we'll put my Thors in high impact payload
Base is under attack.
in case there's Marines and medevacs like this. So now we're going to send these guys over. We'll lift off this command center and go here for a
Upgrade
planetary.
complete.
Chilling. Now let's go for triple factory,
You're the boss. Roger.
because we're starting to get a lot of money here. We can afford to make more units at a time now, because our third base is really kicking in at this point.
Research complete.
What's that? Ready
And now we're going to make a planetary at this base. And we're going to keep making SCVs until we hit 75.
ready.
And we're going to start saturating our other base now.
SCV ready. Well, butter.
Make some more depots.
Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready.
Now we can get smart servos as well, so we can have fast morphing Hellions and Thors if need be, if we need to do that at some point. We can start making another command center because we have the money to spare. And we're 3 more SCVs and we're done. The space is
Command
oversaturated
center
a little
upgrade
bit.
complete.
There we go, we're good.
SCV ready.
Let's make a turret here. We'll also make
Mineral
another
field
turret
depleted.
here, just to be on the safe side. Tech lab, tech lab, tech lab.
SCV ready.
Go ahead and give him a scan at his natural now. He might have moved out. Doesn't really have much here. His upgrades are 1-0 and 0-0. 1-0 on the bio and 0-0 on the mech. Our upgrades right now are 1-0 as well on the
Add-on
mech,
complete.
with two upgrades soon finishing.
Bad news.
Let's go and start another command center.
Some hell.
at another base, and he's pushing right now. So let's move everything in position.
Upgrade
Move my tanks,
complete.
move my Hellions. Scan this to see how much big it is. There it is. Now let's go ahead and push it right now.
Research complete. Mineral field
Are you moving that? Now, you might be wondering, ViBE, why didn't you Hellbat those Hellions? Because Hellbat Hellions, sure, they're going to tank better, but they're not going to do any damage to the Marines because they're just going to get kited. So if I can eliminate the Marines really fast with the Hellions, because I have just a lot of them, that's also really good. Then my goal was to break forward and push and break that contain, so that's what we did.
upgrade complete.
Alright, so now we can go, another upgrade, 2-3 is on the way now.
Command center upgrade complete.
And we can start a few more factories. 4 more. So now we're going to get like 2 more reactors and 2 more tech labs on my factories. And we can even start building upgrades now and building range because we have a lot of money to work with now. So another command center. We'll start. We're going to start making a lot of orbitals here really soon. Planetary, turret, take a couple of gases. Alright, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to take 1 Hellion, then we're going to go like this. Shift A, click all the top expansions.
Mineral
1
field
Hellion, do the
depleted.
exact same thing on the bottom. We're just going to see where his bases are, without having to scan every single one of them, because that's really expensive. Tech lab, reactor. He's got a
Mineral
drop there.
field depleted.
And we're maxed out now, so we're looking for the expansion to attack.
Command center
As far as we
upgrade
know, he's on
complete.
2 bases, maybe a 3rd, right here. 3rd? Okay, he just took this base. So let's A move that, hold shift, click here, shift still, there. Actually wait, I fucked it up. Do it again. Now we're gonna go Hellbat mode, and now we're gonna go high impact payload. And now we're gonna do that again. So attack here, shift, here,
Add-on
here,
complete.
here.
Mineral field
There.
depleted.
Now because I'm not gonna micro it the whole time. I'm literally not gonna do shit. Because I'm attacking him now. So it's different. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on economy while we attack. Make sure we're not oversaturated anywhere. Like this. My main and natural were oversaturated. Now they're good again.
Upgrade
Make another command center.
complete.
Make a couple more command centers over here. Why not?
I'm going.
And yeah, man.
It's
It's
heating up
looking
out
good.
here.
We're looking rich. Now we can be like,
Command center upgrade.
let's drop an
complete.
assload of mules here. Shot like 6,
Upgrade
7 mules at
complete.
that base. 7 mules. And we're still kind of just trying to. So he actually defended that. That was a good job by him. He crushed my army. So we're gonna keep just making more. We're not gonna stop. And we're getting to a point where we're gonna be so rich that we're always gonna be able to keep remaxing,
Upgrade complete.
remaxing. But that was a good job by him. He killed my army. So one thing
Command
we're gonna do
center
now
upgrade
is every race has like a fail-safe in-game type thing. If it gets to that point.
Research complete.
For now, it's not there yet. For this game, but it will eventually get there if we don't kill him in the next few pushes. But at the very least, we're on like 6 bases and he's on 2, so that's huge. Now let's see his army. That's his army right there. So this time we're gonna make Hellbats because we don't really have positioning. We don't really need to kill the bio anymore. There's not a bunch of Marines. It's mostly just tank and Marauder.
Got any extra?
So we're gonna use Hellbats now. It makes more sense. And there goes his army. We can repair this orbital. And there, his army just died.
Go ahead.
If it was a bunch of Marines again, I would have left them as Hellions. But it was like 2 Marines and a bunch of Marauders. Now we can start dropping mules all over my bases. More mules being made over here. More and more orbitals. We can grab a couple of gases over here. We're still at 75 workers. Take another command center here.
It's your done.
And we're just maxing out one more time. If this fight does not
Command
win the
center
game,
upgrade complete.
look at all the mules we have.
Command
This
center
is
upgrade complete.
ridiculous. This base now has 14 mules at it. And we're maxed again. So as soon as these units kind of spawn, we're now going to start preparing for a rotation of tech for end game, ultimate end game for TVT.
Yep. You're the boss. Well, butter my biscuit. Ready to raise some hell.
Upgrade complete.
Boy is here.
Okay, let's grab all my Thors and all my Hellbats. Hellbat mode, everything. High impact payload, everything.
What's the story?
Group them up
Hell yeah.
a bit more than they are. And then we're gonna go scan this. He's got it again. Okay, so A move, hold shift, A move,
Word.
A move, A move,
Can't wait.
A move. Same thing again.
Upgrade.
Let's get my gas
complete.
saturated properly over here. Boom, boom, boom.
I'm going.
Build the turret. And let's make this a planetary. Now back at my base, we can be like, orbital command, orbital command. A couple more. We'll add in a couple more. And we'll add in a fusion core now. And we'll start getting weapons. And we'll start getting mass tech labs on my starports. So what's he got? A bunch of marauders and a bunch of tanks. He might actually defend this still. Maybe. Like, our army's going to fuck him up severely, but he might defend.
Add-on
Then we
complete.
can drop a bunch of mules at a new outer expansion.
Command
It's
center
another
upgrade
10 mules
complete.
mining that crap.
Hit me.
That super bunker. The super bunker. Let's check my bases, make sure we're mining well. Make another base over here. Bases all seem really good. But we broke him with this. But now let's just say hypothetically we didn't. We would start doing this. Right now, I'm making 7 battlecruisers at once. And I could keep finishing off my supply with Thor Hellion just for the time being. But I can switch into fully upgraded BCs. Right now, as soon as the BCs are done, they would be 2-3. So they wouldn't be fully upgraded yet. But BCs after this stage of the game, if he's still just going mass marauder, mass tank with some marines, BCs will fly in and be like, "Hey, you're dead." The only way BCs are gonna win is if he has like mass Vikings, and even then, Vikings Vikings are something that you need to have just like so many of to really overpower the BCs. You can't just have like a little bit, because I can Yamato cannon all the BCs or all the Vikings with my BCs if I really want to. If you don't have a ton of them, BCs are like an in-game unit. If you're at the stage where you're constantly just punishing your opponent, switching into them is going to be something like this.
Depleted.
I'll just show you because we're like already this close to it.
What's going on? Huh?
I can just be like, BCs are out. We can teleport into his base, and he's not going to be able to stop this shit ever. These things are going to just because they can shoot while moving, so I can run away from Marines while flying over his base. And look how fast they kill shit. Like I just wiped out an entire mineral line. There goes his command center and a gas at the same time. Like I can just fly over it and shit dies. So BCs are real. They're actually kind of rugged. Can you show units lost tab? So it doesn't count units that die after he leaves the game, but this is what it is right now. I'll just back it up just to show you. I'll go back to when he actually left the game. Here's units lost. We're a little bit more efficient than he is in units lost. And he leaves the game like right here. But we're much more efficient in
Hey
economy.
man, first time
Look at
catching
our
the stream.
income.
I have been playing SC2 for about a week now and I just hit silver from watching your bronze to GM videos on YouTube. Keep up the good work, man.
Yo, the almighty hippo. Thank you very much for the bits. Thank you for the kind words. I'm glad you're owning it up in StarCraft. Keep doing it. And and if you like the series, don't worry. We're going all the way to GM, man. All the way with every race. So there'll be a lot more content you can always check out if you wanna keep going with it beyond silver. But thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Okay, we got a random guy. So, doesn't matter. He's random. Cool. Whatever. Our build stays the same. For now. Wait, why am I gold? Oh, it's because I'm gold Protoss. I keep thinking like I'm already gold Terran now. And don't worry, guys. If anyone is in here right now and is like, "ViBE, oh my god, I missed it!" Like I'm seeing that comment right now, where it's like, I only had an hour to watch. I'm gonna be uploading every single one of these leagues that I've done to YouTube. Every game I played. So it'll be spread out like a Protoss Bronze GM, a Terran Bronze GM, and a Zerg Bronze GM, and it's gonna be really organized. And if you want to see how it's gonna be organized, just type right now in the chat. Type in !GM series. It's all one word. I'm gonna organize it like that for 3 new ones for each race. Similar to that. So it's gonna be nice and neat for you. Yo, Maddock! Thank you for the 500 bits, my dude! Much love, dude. The current GM series that's on there is old. That's last patch. I made it like 2 months ago. But I'm making new ones now, so. Good shit, good shit.
Big job, huh?
Alright, so our SCV is going to build this barracks, and then it's immediately going to go scout his base. I'm going to build a command center on the low ground, because if I have to, I'll cancel it, but most of the time I won't. It's all good.
Scared me. Yeah, whatever. Who wants some?
Command center upgrade complete.
In the rear with the gear. Huh? What's going on?
Now we're going to build a factory, then a supply depot,
Job, huh?
then another SCV, and then a tech lab.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Gotcha. You on the box?
Alright, so it's Zerg, and he's made a gas and a pool, and he's expanded. Cool beans.
We SCV ready.
Cool beans.
What's going on?
He was random, keep that in mind.
Roger.
Add
SCV ready.
And he is doing an early pool. This is an early pool.
You scared me. By the numbers, boys. SCV
Alright, we're not gonna micro it all. I'm just gonna let him die. I just pulled some SCVs and A moved it.
You're the boss. SCV ready. Good job, huh? Bad news?
Okay. We're gonna put a marine in the bunker. And we're gonna start making some tanks. First tank will go on the high ground, because this guy might do a follow-up super pressure. You don't actually know. Some people play, like the people who tend to play aggressive early tend to play aggressive a lot of the time. So I'm gonna play it safe. Like that. That's why we did CC on the first tank on the high ground.
SCV ready.
Now second tank will go on the low ground.
In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. Fueled up, ready to go. It's all me.
Let's make another command center.
SCV ready.
We'll make our third base here. Keep making depots. This currently, the league I'm in right now is Silver 2 going to Silver 1 for Terran.
Ah, you scared me. I'm going.
This build is the 4-tank 3cc opener into Hellion Thor. That's all it is. It's a very defensive, passive build,
Go ahead.
but it works really well against like lots of types of play. And we'll throw a scan in his base at like 6 minutes.
Man in the rear.
Now let's go and get 2 reactor factories for Hellions.
Bad news. SCV ready.
And we'll start making an armory as well,
Ready. Move it.
because this is tank number 4, and we need to start making Thors.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Big job.
Go and get blue flame, because it'll almost always come in handy. Like, look at this. Look at this aggression. He just lost like 10 fucking lings to me sitting here, like almost AFK. I'm not even doing, I'm just like building stuff. I don't care. He just lost a lot of lings, boys. Look at these tanks now. 8 kills, 5 kills, 3 kills, 2 kills.
Ready to raise
These tanks are
some
just
hell.
beating ass.
SCV ready.
Because it's just, that's how it works. Tanks behind a wall do great against people who A-move that shit, like into your base. Like what he just did right there, those could have been drones, but instead were lings that also have speed that ran over here and just literally went, "Ugh." It just died.
SCV ready.
Alright, so we're going to take our 3rd base now. We're fully saturated. We're starting to make Hellion Thor as well. And now we're at 6 minutes. Let's scan his base. He's still on hatchery with his main, and he's going double Evo.
SCV ready.
There might be a layer somewhere else. This could be something else, but most likely what this is going to be is it's going to be ground army. A big ground army. That's what it seems like, right?
Ah,
So let's get a 2nd armory.
what's going on?
Drop some mules here. This is new. It's a new, good, healthy base.
Research complete.
And,
Talk to me,
Yeah.
boss.
oh, he's doing it again. There you go, guys. Another round of lings. Just bite the dust. All dead.
I'm waiting.
Okay, now he's attacking my actual base. Let's send our Hellions over there. This guy's seeming like he's really low economy. If I had to guess, I'd say this guy's economy is really fucking low.
SCV ready.
He's making a pretty large amount of lings. We can pull some of our tanks over. Let's take it nice and easy, guys. Nice and easy. Okay.
SCV ready.
They move everything we have. Don't even, my Thor's gonna die because I didn't pull it back, but it's fine. I'm literally just A-moving. I'm pulling a couple tanks over. And now I'm gonna put a couple tanks over here in siege. I'm gonna reposition a little bit.
Ah, you scared me.
Now I can take this command center and lift it.
SCV ready.
Go here with like a planetary.
Upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
And now at this point too, I can start more production in general of factory.
Bad. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go ahead and throw down a few more factories here in just a second when I have 450 minerals.
Light it up. SCV report is here. Ready to raise some hell. Yep. Big job, huh? Woo-hoo.
Now we can also start building armor, and we can also start a planetary over here. That way we can get our base in really fortified.
SCV ready.
We can also start smart servos. Smart servos.
Mineral field depleted.
Let's go and give another scan to his natural now, around 9 minutes. See what's going on. More roaches, lots of roaches. That's cool. Okay, we're at 74, about to be 75 SCVs. Start another command center over here.
Command center upgrade.
And this command center can go over that way and become a orbital command.
SCV ready. Move. Big job.
Our SCVs are under attack. Mineral
Okay,
field
so let's
depleted.
send some army over here to clear out those lings.
SCV ready.
There we go. That's a lot of dead lings, guys.
Add-on complete.
Drop some mules.
Mineral field depleted.
And start range on my thingy, on my engineering bay. And we can start next armor upgrade.
Upgrade complete.
What's that?
We can start a couple more command centers right now before we move out. One there is fine.
Your dime.
Research complete.
So we can make more orbitals. We can even start another command center right here.
Upgrade complete.
Right there, it's perfect.
Upgrade complete.
Let's not move out. Don't move out just yet. I shouldn't move out yet.
Command.
We're just positioning. We're just positioning.
Is here. What's our target?
We can start a couple more factories.
Rear with the gear.
2 more over here.
I'm going.
Start another one in my
Bad news.
natural area. 2 more in my natural area. There you go. 4 more factories. We'll do 2 tech labs and 2 reactors. Fuck it. We'll add in another one. We'll go 3 tech labs and 2 reactors. Because we have a lot of money now. It always gets to this point where we start having insane amounts of income.
What's going on?
Now we can take another planetary, take a turret, turret at every base if I don't have one.
Ready to
Turret.
raise some hell.
That way, in case he goes for a muta switch, I can automatically be like,
Research
oh, we're good.
complete.
Alright, now we're 180 supply. Unsiege my tanks. We're going to send 1 Hellion each. Go on the top side for this Hellion, and you go on the bottom side. And let's find his outermost expansion and beat the shit out of it. We're going to crush his outermost expansion. So we'll do tech labs there. This will be a reactor. This will be a tech lab.
Command center upgrade
lab.
complete.
I'm in a
That's,
heap
there
of
you go.
trouble.
There it is. Hellbat mode, high impact payload mode. Army, go meet up right over here.
I'll give it
We can also start a couple of
back.
sensor towers in my base.
Add-on complete.
4 SCVs, go to my gases.
Sure thing.
And let's start like a couple more command centers as well, just for the hell of it. Just to have more money. Now here we go. Attack,
Command
hold shift,
center upgrade
attack,
complete.
hold shift, attack.
Upgrade complete.
Forget about my army now,
Add-on
for now. We can drop a bunch of mules at a new base,
It's heating up out
and
here.
let's take another command center.
Got any extra firepower?
Now we make army again. Because our income is about to be like, just like 5k income because I just dropped ridiculous amounts of mules here. We have, again, 13 mules here, guys.
Command center upgrade
13
complete.
motherfucking mules! See how the fight's going. Pretty good. Not bad. We'll go look at it again when the game's over, just really
It's
fast.
heating up out here. Got
We're maxed again. We can make another command center for another orbital.
got any extra
We now are going to have, what is that, 11 orbital commands when they're all done.
Mineral field depleted.
ready to raise some
And now at this point, we could decide, all right, do we want to make a bunch of starports to make a lot of battle cruisers with? And we totally could. We could be like this, on this side of the base.
your dime. Ford is here. Ford is here.
And just, there you go. Now we have like 8 starports being made. And this guy died to the timing anyways, so it doesn't even matter. But this would be like the ultimate end game. And from here, every time we get a new base, and then it becomes a new planetary, it's always the best to be like, oh, well, at this point now, with the new planetary, we could just
Upgrade
drop
complete.
all of our mules at this base and just be like,
Mineral field
overflow it
depleted.
with income. And we just dropped 10 mules. We can drop even more now. Now we have 13 mules at this base. Like, this is insane amounts of income that we're working with right here. It's a lot of money.
Command
And it also
center
makes the
upgrade
most vulnerable bases you have as Terran become mined out the fastest. So you leave your SCVs mining like on little bits of income that are still in your bases. That you just kind of like try your best to stop dropping mules here. The worst thing you can do as Terran is dropping mules on bases you easily can defend. Don't drop mules on bases like this. Don't drop mules on bases like this. Keep these minerals up as long as you can, with SCVs mining really slow. But drop your mules at bases that might die in like 2 minutes, just maybe if your opponent goes, oh, I want to kill this base. Because if the game somehow goes late game, and this base becomes the other player, like for instance this game is a Zerg, if this base becomes a Zerg base like 10 minutes from now, he's going to have a lot less money to work with here because we just mule dumped the hell out of it for the last few minutes. Which is going to severely, you know, reduce the income here for him. He'll have like 5,000 less minerals to work with because we just stole it all. And if he doesn't kill it, that's cool. We just make another planetary somewhere else and mine the shit out of that base. And it repeats. It repeats itself. So we can really quickly go look at the game before he quit. As we fought him, and we can show you what actually we had. Okay, speed it up now until we get to the fight. So here's his army. Supply-wise, we're at a 40 supply advantage right now. We're like almost 50. But his upgrades right now are 1-1 on the roaches. Lings are 1-1 as well. See, he upgraded 3 upgrades early, and his corruptors are 0-0. Our upgrades are 2-2 throughout all of our units. And Roach does not really fight very well against Thor, especially if the Roach is outnumbered, which it definitely was. So if you look at resources lost, he's losing way more than we are. And we're on a warpath to just kill every base. Now he's made ultras. These ultras are like buggy as hell. They're just like, give me a hug! But yeah, yet again, another example of a guy losing due to just raw macro. 100%. What? What the hell is this? Are we promoted? I don't understand. Did that game even count? Yeah, it did. I don't understand. We're still... I don't know. My bar didn't fill up at all, so I don't know what the hell happened there. No disrespect, but if you beat Scarlet at WCS Rally, would have changed your course in SC2? No, that had nothing to do with me retiring. I didn't retire in 2012. I retired in 2015. I mean, that would have been awesome if I would have beat her. I almost beat Scarlet multiple times. It was very close. I was actually also really close to knocking her out of Red Bull. Because you guys know how Scarlet played against Bomber and the Red Bull like Washington DC finals, and Scarlet was like burrowing banelings and shit, and the game was epic. Everyone like pretty much remembers that as one of the most epic games from Wings of Liberty, where it's like, oh my god, burrowed banelings everywhere against Bomber, wow. Everyone was like hyped as fuck about that. Well, I actually was it was a best of 7 with me and Scarlet, and I was up in a series and a qualifier to go to that at Red Bull offices. It was being streamed and everything. It was casted by like Husky Day 9 and people like that, and Mr. Bitter and you know, other people. But I was up 3-2 against her in a best of 7, and I fucking lost 2 games in a row, and she beat me 4-3 at the very end. I choked, and that would have been huge. That was probably the bigger one, I would say. That would have been really nice, because I would have been one of the only North American players playing at Red Bull Finals in Washington, D.C. But I lost. I choked. I fucked it up. But it's all good. I have no regrets. I enjoyed my experiences a lot as a pro gamer. Am I going to put this VOD on YouTube? 100% yes, I am. All my Bronze Museum series stuff is going to go on YouTube. They will all be on the YouTube.
What's up?
I need to scout this guy.
Big job, huh? Go ahead.
Command center upgrade complete.
Alright, it's a TVT. Terran versus Terran.
In the rear with the
We're going to start a factory, and we're also going to start a depot,
SCV ready.
and then a tech lab.
Bad news.
Why did you lose? What happened? Well, she just played really well, man. Scarlet's really good.
SCV ready.
Our SCV.
I just couldn't close it out. I was like trying my best, and I ended up losing overall.
Big job.
Add-on.
There wasn't any specific reason. It's just she played really good, and I couldn't quite kill her, even though I was ahead in the fucking series, 3-2. So that was like the most like heartbreaking part about it for me, was like I was winning. If it was a best of 5, I would have won, but I lost in a best of 7 by 1 game.
Oh, that's just great. SCV ready.
Alright, we'll go ahead and make a
Armed and ready.
we'll make a second gas now, and we'll make a bunker in front of my base because this guy hasn't really committed to anything yet. I don't know what he's doing because he had a Reaper kill my scout. He's got 2 Reapers. Okay, that's fine. This is a big investment to go 2 Reapers like this. So it's going to do a little bit of damage, but my tank is coming out in the next 6 seconds,
Upgrade complete.
which is going to shut the shit down.
SCV ready. It's all me. SCV ready. Go ahead. Bad news. SCV ready. SCV ready.
We'll make a 3rd command center, and we'll set up my gases again properly.
Huh? Let's go. In the rear. SCV ready. SCV ready. Yes.
The Reaper's dead. He can't jump out that way.
Go ahead. SCV ready. SCV
Let's go ahead and make a turret in both my bases because this guy might go for Banshees. It seems like his build so far is kind of seeming like he might do that. This map's really widespread, so I'm actually going to make a 3rd turret near my tank in the middle of my base, in case a Banshee comes like through the middle.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Alright, now we're going to make 2 factories as soon as we have 300 gas, and with our 4th tank we're going to make an army.
SCV ready.
He probably lost because Zerg was overpowered at the time. Yeah, a Zerg lost to a Zerg because Zerg is overpowered.
SCV ready.
Alright, Marine, where are you? Get in the bunker.
SCV ready. Go ahead.
So we'll make 2 more factories here.
Yep.
Last tank. Now we want to make an armory.
Yes, sir. Ah, you scared me. Move it. SCV ready.
Command center
I'm
upgrade.
like, why does my
complete.
music keep stopping? It's because I didn't hit that button.
What's going on?
Let's go ahead and make a couple of depots on the top of my base. That way I don't get surprised by,
SCV ready.
what's it called? Drops, if he's going to do that. Now it's 6 minutes. Let's scan his base. He's going bio. He's got a couple of factories, but he is ultimately going bio. So let's get blue flame.
SCV ready. Huh? SCV ready. In the rear with SCV ready.
Alright, we're going into Thorns now. We're going to start a 2nd armory.
Ah, you scared me. We hear you. What's going on?
Add-on complete.
And we're going into Hellion Thor. Again, same shit, guys. Same stuff.
What's that?
Well, I moved my SCVs.
Bad news?
Excuse me, I'm landing here.
Ready to raid? War is here. SCV ready.
Now we can make a couple of sensor towers again. We'll make one in the main, and we'll make one over near the third.
Research complete.
A couple of gases. We can go take a planetary as our fourth.
Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready.
Start another upgrade, and now with the next round of minerals we get, since we have a lot, we're starting to get a lot of gas now. We have gases going at our third. We're gonna start another 3 factories with tech labs again. Kill that marine.
Where's the hot? Need something.
Base is under
I'm
attack.
in a heap of trouble. SCV ready.
I'm gonna rotate my tanks a little bit around now
Ready to raise
to defend my bases a little bit better. I'm gonna put 2 tanks there. I'm gonna put 2 tanks like over here,
War is here.
Mineral field depleted.
and then we'll make 3 more factories like I said. 1, 2, 3.
Upgrade complete.
Big job, huh? Yeah. Go ahead.
We're at 62 SCVs. We're not quite there yet. We're around 9 minutes. Let's go ahead and scan as natural.
Raise some hell.
9 minutes is a good
Mineral
time to scan a
field
second time.
depleted.
And look, we're getting ready for a move
Command
out.
center
Sweet.
upgrade.
Good stuff. So it looks like he wants to attack me. So we're just going to need to go ahead and make sure we get ready for the attack. We can send 1 Hellion forward and just be like, what angle are you coming from? We could also make another sensor tower, I guess, in the front of my base, like right here. That'll give me a good idea as to where he is.
Talk to me, boss.
His upgrades right now are 0, 0.
Raise some hell. In the ring. Go ahead.
Make a couple
Command
more
center
factories because
upgrade
our money is starting to
complete.
get really, really high. It's going to start ramping up really quick.
I'm in a heap of trouble.
Add-on complete.
What's going on?
Upgrade.
SCV ready. SCV
Another
ready.
armor upgrade.
Go ahead.
So he's not committing to attacking me just yet.
Huh? Yep. Big job, huh? Will do. What? Boy, it's
Mineral field
So smart
depleted.
service upgrade.
got no patience.
3 more SCVs and we're done. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, whatever. SCV ready.
Okay, let's
What's going?
get all our stuff together
Boy is here.
and get ready to move out and attack him. We'll do the same thing again. Send 2 Hellions. 1 Hellion on the bottom side for all expansions and 1 Hellion on the
Mineral
top
field
side
depleted.
for all expansions. So we know we have a good idea as to
Add-on
where his
complete.
base is the weakest at.
Move it.
Make another
Ready to raise
turret.
some hell.
Make a turret over here too.
Yes,
Just in case
sir.
it's a banshee at some point.
Ready to raise some hell. Huh? Yo.
Here he is, maybe? Yep, that's an army.
Boy is
Let's
here.
move all my stuff.
Upgrade complete.
Move it. Give us. I'm in a heap of trouble.
High impact payload on Thors.
Research.
We'll go ahead and smart servo up Hellbat now because we killed most of the bio and we'll just let it be.
I'm in a heap of trouble.
Go ahead and make a planetary to this and we'll drop a lot of mules here.
Boy is here.
Okay.
What's that?
Now we'll back it up.
Ready to raise some hell.
Go and get
Upgrade
3 upgrades
complete.
going. Get more gases going.
I'm in a heap of
And another
trouble.
command center going.
We hear you.
And more orbitals.
Ready to raise.
Command center upgrade.
Right now,
complete.
War is here.
we're at a handful of orbitals, not too many yet. We're at like we're gonna be at like 8, I think.
Go ahead.
We honestly need more than that.
Sure thing.
Like 2 more,
Yeah, yeah.
and let's get ready to move out right now. Let's go attack here.
War is here.
Command center upgrade complete.
Yeah. What's going?
Command center upgrade.
We're still at 75 SCVs, so that's good.
I'm in a heap of trouble.
What's that? Okay, it's just a decent army.
Got no patience.
Let's make Hellbat mode and high impact payload, and we'll attack. Just attack it.
I'm in deep.
Scan it so we can see.
Need something.
Let's go ahead and make a few more factories.
I'm going. What's going on?
Mineral field depleted.
Firepower.
These Thors are just wrecking shit, dude. Let's make another command center. We're getting to a point where we have a lot of command centers again. This is when you'd want to be like, all right,
Got no
we can take our army now. We can go attack the
It's
next
heating up
expansion.
out here.
This is when you're gonna want to be like, all right, now we can start switching into like a serious, scary army of BCs and stuff like that. But not. It's still a little early. We're not doing it just yet. But it's on the possibility of what we could do.
War is here. Yeah. Come and fight me.
Alright. So, he's got a lot of money. It's probably because if you were to look at his perspective, he's probably microing really hard. See, like this guy? Look at this. He's really close in supply. Why so many command centers when you stop building them? You would honestly stop building command centers when you have about 14 to 16 orbital commands. That's when you stop building command centers. And the reason why you do this is because you're maxing out, okay? You're maxed out. You invest some of the money while you're maxed out, basically, to make more money faster in the future, which allows you to do things like, instead of going only on like 8 production facilities, now you can go on 16 because you have so much fucking money to work with. This is how Terran works. I can make a lot of command centers and be like 16 mules at this base, and now my income will be, instead of like 3K, it'll be like 6K or 5K for a solid minute. And then the mules all disappear. And I just made a bunch more money. I just literally paid off the command centers, more or less. And then I just make another CC at like a new CC at like but for a planetary at a new base. And then I just mule drop the crap out of it. And now, like, if we get to a point where we're dropping mules at like our 8th base or our 7th base, I can drop like 20 mules at a time. And I don't even, all I do with the SCVs at that point is as soon as I start mining out mineral patches, I grab the SCVs and I send them to gases only. I actually get to a point where I stop mining minerals with SCVs for the most part. I'll actually have like 45 of my 75 SCVs mining gas. And just a little bit of SCVs on minerals, like 3 here, 5 over there, 6 here, 3 here, 2 there. Like, you know what I mean? It's like no SCVs mining minerals at that point, but my income is insane because I have so many mules. And then the final follow-up to this build would be going into ship weapons alongside of the upgrades that we already have. And you make like 8 starports. Just make like 8 starports. And you have a mass battlecruiser transition. And your Terran opponent can't do anything about it if they're kind of broke. If they don't have nearly as much money as you do. Because we have a lot more money than this guy, for sure. And this is like this is the army how it went when we fought. This little bio ball with medevacs pushing a bunch of Thors with the ability to blow medevacs out of the sky really fast. He also has a couple tanks which are really nice against Thor, but we just have like too much shit. now he's losing another base. So he's back down to 3 bases at this point. Meanwhile, if you look at our supply, we never really drop at all. We're always high supply. And our production is ridiculous. And this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like, look at my income. Watch the spurts of my income. We keep tapping into 4,000. It goes down pretty quick after, but we keep tapping 4,000. And now it's going to tap 4,000 again or even more. Like, if it kept going. Because I still have these mules here. They're still alive for another 19 seconds. And I just dropped another 6 mules down here at this base. Like, I don't even have all these command centers yet as orbital commands. Like, I'm missing 2 here. They're still morphing. 2 more are going to go down here. Like, it's just so much mule power. It's a lot of income. Where in the world can you fit 8 Stargates in your Vasa, your Casa, your bases? You could. As my base gets bigger, I can expand more into it. More stuff around it.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, boys. There's silver 1 Terran.